It reminds readers that even the stars fought against Sisera, that the river Kishon became a weapon, that heaven itself joined Israel's battle. Generations after, when Israel sang songs of deliverance, Deborah's song stood among them as a testimony that the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob was not bound by iron chariots, not limited by human weakness, and not silent when his people cried out. What Deborah teaches us today. Deborah's story is not just history. It is a living lesson. God can use anyone. Deborah was a woman in a patriarchal world. Jael was an outsider living in tents. Yet God chose them both. No one is too small, too weak, or too overlooked for God's purpose. Leadership is service, not power. Deborah did not seek glory. She sought obedience. She did not fight for a throne, she fought for peace. True leaders put people before themselves. Faith conquers fear. Barak hesitated, but when he obeyed, God moved. Fear does not disqualify you, staying in fear does. Faith is the step that activates God's promises. Unity brings victory. Some tribes stayed home and Deborah called them out. Division weakens God's people. When Israel stood together, they saw victory. Remembering is survival. Deborah's warnings remind us that forgetting God leads to downfall. Every generation must retell the story of his faithfulness, a legacy that lives on. As the years turned into decades and decades into centuries, Israel changed. Kings arose, prophets spoke, temples were built and destroyed. Yet Deborah's story remained. She became a symbol of what happens when God's people rise in faith. Her name became synonymous with courage and wisdom. Parents named their daughters after her. Teachers told her story to children. Prophets remembered her song. And even today across the world, her story is retold as an example of fearless faith. Deborah did not leave behind a kingdom, but she left something greater, a testimony. And testimonies never die. What a powerful story of courage and faith. Deborah reminds us that true leadership comes from trusting God. Barak teaches us that obedience is stronger than fear. And Jael proves that God can use the most unexpected people to bring victory. If this story blessed you, don't just keep it to yourself. Like this video. Share it with friends and family. And subscribe to Animate Bible Stories for more life-changing Bible stories brought to life. And remember, the same God who delivered Israel through Deborah is still fighting for you today. Stay encouraged, stay faithful, and join us again for another unforgettable Bible story.